On a Friday night in Long Beach, it is number 1 against number 2 in the country in NCAA men's volleyball. Long Beach State hosts UCLA. And across the country, all eyes are on this matchup. The LBS Financial Credit Union is the host. Inside this pyramid, we welcome you courtside. I'm Matt Brown. He's Andreas Koch, a former standout here at Long Beach State. And Andreas, there are so many things, so many parallels between these two great programs. But what is one thing that you are looking for from tonight's matchup?
Well, this is a clash of the Titans. Both these teams are so evenly matched. It's really going to come down to a couple things. Physicality. They both have the same court IQ. They both are experienced, and they've all been on the big stage.
Well, let's take a look at the players to watch presented by Memorial Care. We've got a couple of the top outside hitters in the country as well.
Well, speaking of evenly matched, look at these two. In terms of physicality, 6'7" and 6'8". Zach Rama, 6'8". Skylar Vargas, 6'7". And they're both seniors. They are both the go-to guys. We're going to be seeing a lot from them tonight.
Starting lineups are being introduced on the floor right now. UCLA has had to kind of mix their lineup up a little bit. Here they are, presented by the Port of Long Beach. Zach Rama, our aforementioned player to watch, is the outside hitter. Andrew Rowan is the 5'1" setter. Christopher Hirsch is getting the start tonight as one of the middle blockers. Cameron Thorne is the other. David Decker will be the opposite. And then Sean Kelly, the other outside hitter, with Christopher Connolly returning to Long Beach State inside the pyramid as their libero. For Long Beach State, this has been a pretty consistent matchup for them. Daniil Hershtanerovich is the opposite. Jackson Christ is one of the middle blockers. Skylar Varga alongside Alex Kondev will be the outside hitters. Ben Braun is the other middle. Jake Pizzanti is the setter, and Kellen Larson has been doing a great job as the libero throughout the season so far. It is 8-0 against 8-0. There have only been 3 sets that have been lost between the two teams combined so far this year. UCLA is actually coming off of a hard-fought match against Ohio State. They still swept them, but they were really challenged. Also, Long Beach State being challenged against Pepperdine. One of their 2 sets that they have dropped came against Pepperdine in Malibu. But now it is all about the Beach and the Bruins. Someone will have to suffer their first loss tonight. Seems like a sellout crowd inside the pyramid. Jake Pizzanti, the setter, will take the first serve for Long Beach State to get us underway. Pizzanti, the redshirt freshman from Huntington Beach, taking over and filling big shoes, but hasn't really been that in the mindset of Pizzanti. He just wants to make a name for himself. In the back row, there's the first kill and the first point of the match. Sean Kelly has taken over as one of the key outside hitters for UCLA.
Nerves are running high for both teams. UCLA breaks the ice first. Beautiful shot cross court.
Here's Christopher Hirsch. He came into the Ohio State match in the middle of it and finished it off and came in as a server as Jackson Christ records the first point for Long Beach State.
Great shoot set, buries it right on the 10-foot line. That's all 6'10" of Jackson Christ.
There's John Hawks in his second year. Has a great familiarity with the UCLA program. Both coaches may be young in their head coaching careers, but so familiar with their own programs. As Long Beach State has Nick McCray in his first year as a head coach, but 14 years with Long Beach State, started as a player, and there's a connection between the coaches. John Hawks was an assistant coach at Long Beach State when Nick McCray was a player. There are so many connections, so many parallels between these two programs, and there is so much respect. All tied at 2, and here's one of the best servers in the country, Andrew Rowan. Daniil Hershtanerovich taking some off of that swing, and he's able to find the middle of the floor. 3-2.
Seeing a giant block up there, 4 big arms, and he just takes a little shot right over it, landing right in the middle of the court. No one can get to that one.
Hrstanovic, the 6'9" junior from Toronto, Canada, averaging right at 3 kills a set. There's a service error. That is the second so far for Long Beach State. So much anticipation for this match. We still are in the beginning parts of 2026 in men's college volleyball. Kandiv off the top of the block, picked up. Kelly finds the floor inbounds, just nicking the sideline, and that'll be a point for UCLA.
Long Beach put up a really nice block. There was just a small little window down the line. He took advantage of it and got right on the line.
Kelly, 6'7" sophomore, as he is enjoying his first rotation in the front row right now for UCLA, as the other outside hitter misses the serve in Zach Rama. Back goes Daniil Hrstanovic. There's Ben Braun in the front row. He's been leading Long Beach State in the middle very well so far this season. Good serve from Hrstanovic. Works out like an ace, but officially a kill for Alex Kandiv.
Those are the type of plays you just dream about. You can see how white his eyes are from way over here off the court. He loved that.
Kandiv has been one of the key players for Long Beach State coming into this season, the sophomore who broke out towards the end of that season. In fact, was the leading scorer in the championship match from a hitter's perspective. 13 kills, hitting .450 against UCLA in the national championship to help Long Beach State get the win. And Skylar Varga blasts away from the back row, and there's another kill for Varga.
I think it took it right off the chest from Thorne. Great position. One of those things where you hate to have it coming that fast to your chest, but he's in the right spot. He did everything right.
All tied, or actually 6 serving 5. Alex Kandiv with the serve. Good dig, Kellen Larson. Varga trying to recycle into the block, but it's blocked straight down by UCLA.
Kellen Larson also supporting him, coming all the way up to the net to try to help him out, making sure that doesn't hit the ground. Just came up a little too short.
UCLA was locked in there, had 3 blockers up, as David Decker misses with that serve.
You know, right now the nerves are a little bit high. They're trying to feel each other out. They're trying different parts of the courts on their serve. It's okay to go for it. Move the defense around a little bit, get them out of system.
Rama misses from the back row there. And this pretty efficient UCLA offense is struggling a little bit with attacking errors early. Second error, and they only have 2 kills so far. There's a kill from the outside, and that is Sean Kelly.
Kelly seeing a little bit of light between those 2 blockers, thread it right between the arms. Great hit, nice and high, hard hit.
The sophomore is averaging well over 3 kills a set, 3.44 right now, hitting .430. Breakout season for Kelly. Varga, oh, so quick to the outside, the connection between Pizzanti and Skylar Varga.
Look at his arm swing. Look how hard he snaps that ball. Deep in the corner, too much for defense to pick that up.
And the libero for UCLA knows Skylar Varga very well. And Chris Connolly was here at Long Beach State for a few years. Now is the starter at UCLA. No one can get to that serve. An ace for Jake Pizzanti.
The curve he put on that ball, he started his launch in the middle, put it right on the tape. That is an impossible serve to pass.
That is ace number 8 on the year for Pizzanti. Oh, trying to go to the other sideline, misses.
Shows you the variety, shows you the creativity. He's trying both lines, both sides, keeping UCLA guessing on where the next serve's coming.
Still a 2-point lead for Long Beach State as Hirsch misses with that serve. The atmosphere already great. That's the student section inside the pyramid, trying to ramp this team up in the middle of this first set. It's Zach Rama.
Once again, we talked about him being one of the 2 guys to watch tonight, one of the players of the match to look at. Over the block, right in area 6. Great high hit.
And the guy that set him up, Andrew Rowan, with the serve, goes into the net that time. Long Beach State yet to face a conference opponent. UCLA actually has already 2 conference matches under their belt. They have played Vanguard and Concordia University Irvine so far, but they haven't seen a serve like that yet. Jackson Christ, all 6-10 of them with that jump spin serve and an ace.
And on top of the jump serve, he put a knuckle ball on that. I was watching that with a little blur I could see. The thing actually had a knuckle, and too much for Connolly at UCLA to pass that ball.
Victory sweeping UCLA, but the 3-0 win is not really indicative to how hard fought that match was.
You're right. These 2 know each other so well, these 2 teams. And like I said earlier in the match, it's a matter of chemistry and rhythm, and they're just trying to find it now.
Net violation called on UCLA. Long Beach State will take the natural point, and they are up by 4. Daniil Hrstanovic. The opposite for Long Beach State has just been made better this year, has been pushed further than previous years because they have Wojciech Gajek right behind him doing so well. That was a great dig by Kellen Larson. Good pickup by Christopher Connolly. The liberos showing up right now. Fancy set, kind of out of system there. Great rally. Good one-hand stab. Andrew Rowan. Kelly looking for a fingertip. Does not get a call.
That right there was top-level volleyball from both sides. Look at the diggers. It's not just the liberos picking these balls up. You've got your giant human 6'8" guys picking up balls and lipping. This is volleyball at its best.
Decker is blocked right back. And Roof
pressing his wrist so far over the net, Deckard had nowhere to go but just swing away. Great block by the man on the outside, and that's Kandev doing it all.
Flying solo was Alex Kandev. First block of the night so far for Long Beach State. Misserved there, but Long Beach State is 3rd in the country in blocks per set coming into this matchup. They were 2nd last year. That was something that they had a slight advantage over UCLA a year ago, and you can say that about this year. UCLA right now 25th in the country in blocks per set. That one off the block, and a kill for Daniil Hrstanovic.
Hrstanovic is getting a lot of sets this early in the match. They feel comfortable with him. It's working. Why change it?
Alex Kandev, sophomore from Sofia, Bulgaria. That high toss, such a dynamic serve. And another block in a roof of Decker.
Starting out with a 75-mile-an-hour serve. Did I read that correctly?
I think you did.
Unbelievable. It was a blur. I couldn't even see it. And then ending it with a double block. UCLA wants to go back to the corner over there and refigure what they're going to do next.
So timeout by UCLA. Long Beach State has recorded a couple of blocks in the middle of this first set. They certainly have the advantage as Long Beach State goes into this timeout up by 7. These are some of the coaches that are on the sidelines tonight. Brian Delamico from Grand Canyon, great job last year. Had to be actually a co-head coach and won the AVCA Assistant Coach of the Year. But the other 3 on that list of the last 4 Assistant Coaches of the Year are here tonight. Nick McCray, now the head coach of Long Beach State. John Hawks, the head coach now of UCLA. And Milan Zarkovic, who was at Hawaii before, now is in his first year as an assistant coach at UCLA. Some of the best minds in men's college volleyball are here tonight.
Absolutely, and Nick McCray has got some big shoes to fill after the retirement of Alan Knight, but so far so good. I talked to him before this match on Wednesday at practice. I said, what are you looking to do? He said, we're going to play it one match at a time, and we won the month of January. But they're looking at it month by month.
There's John Hawks. Mentioned earlier, he was an assistant coach here when Nick McCray was a player. They know each other well, so much respect between the programs. My goodness, good pancake by Daniil Hrstanovic. Somehow that was picked up on the block back by Kellen Larson. Free ball opportunity for the Bruins. Tip, another pancake. This is kept alive. Triple block, put back down. Long Beach State is just on a roll.
Is it breakfast time? I've seen so many pancakes out here. I want to go get my syrup. This is amazing. And look who's doing it. It's Hrstanovic from the back twice. Kellen Larson might be losing his position as a libero.
Triple block to end that rally. That is block number 3 so far for Long Beach State, as Kondev is still the server back there. My goodness, another good serve. Overpass swing and a kill.
The kill really is Kondev with that serve. He put UCLA back on his heels. That's really his kill. All goes to him.
Long Beach State has pulled away in this first set. They have hit 21st. And this time more of a changeup from Kondev. Hirsch misses wide. Looking for a touch call. Might get a challenge here. And we do.
Hirsch getting set, passing the ball, and then taking the hit. Just a little long. A lot to ask from a middle blocker. Just fine-tuning and getting into connection with Rowan.
It didn't seem from that angle that there was a touch off of any Long Beach State player. Really, actually, it seemed like the back row player in Hrstanovic was the closest to touching it.
I didn't see anything either.
Yeah. Has to be enough to overturn. That's Sergio Gonzalez at the challenge review system. Troy Gravet is the R1, the top official. And Rachel Jensen and Abigail Gutierrez are the lines judges tonight. As John Hawks is using his first challenge, let's take a look at this again. I think that was the play before.
Yeah.
That is Jake Pizzanti with that overpass kill.
Which all started from Kondev's serve, of course.
And I think Gonzalez has made a decision already. Does call a touch. Here's another look. I think, if anything, it was Hrstanovic there.
I think so. I was looking at him on the court, and he had a little smirk on his face.
Oh, just with the fingertip.
Yes.
Great call by Gonzalez, and now it's UCLA with the serve, and they are trying to get some momentum. At the end of this first set, they get a break there in the attacking area.
Rowan getting a little slow off the net here. Looks like he's tending to something, doesn't look right. I think he's shaking it off.
It's David Decker, the service line for UCLA. And an ace. Big ace for the Bruins, as that is their first of the night.
Larson looked a little hesitant there, not sure if it was going to be going out. He played it. When you're talking about a split second at a ball coming 70 miles an hour, not much time to think.
And David Decker brings a jump spin serve from a little bit of a different angle. Because he's a southpaw, because he's a lefty, that is a little bit harder because it is so rarely seen in men's college volleyball.
And that might have been just exactly what Larson was uncomfortable with, that right there. A lefty coming from the other side of the court.
Again, the atmosphere is lively inside a sold-out LBS Financial Credit Union Pyramid as the student section is filled up, and they are rowdy, probably a bunch of other student athletes. That is kind of what the culture is here at Long Beach State, bringing in and bringing together all the different athletic programs, kind of celebrating together. And it is one of those nights of celebration for men's volleyball specifically. It happens to be the match to watch so far this season. 6-point lead for Long Beach State coming out of this timeout. UCLA's players have stated that they have been working so hard as well coming into this season with the loss of the national championship match in the back of their minds. I'm sure this match is a step in that direction as well, working their way back to the national championship and trying to win it this time, as a challenge will be put forth by Long Beach State. They're looking for a touch.
Hercinovic going back to him again, hitting the D ball high and hard in between the arms of the blocker. This is going to be a close one. It was a great hit. The block looked really solid. Nothing more they can do. Let's see what the judges come up with here on this call. The linesman and the under ref.
Seems like
linesman called it out, didn't he? Yeah.
Long Beach State was pretty adamant themselves that there was a touch right away. I mean, usually that's how it goes in convincing your head coach that should challenge. Again, 3 challenges per side. You keep it if you win it. Let's see here.
Oh boy, that's close.
Gotta be enough to overturn. I think if anything, it was the middle blocker in Christopher Hirsch that could have touched it. Sergio Gonzalez has a few other cameras at his disposal to look at. That was a good angle for us. Maybe he has another one that maybe he can zoom in on.
I thought it went over the block. I don't think it got his finger. The block was massively high. Well, here we go.
Stays with UCLA.
Yep.
Not enough to overturn. Oh, here's a great angle of it. Yeah, nothing really there to overturn it. And UCLA will retain that previous point. They're making their way back in this first set. 15 serving 20. Here's David Decker again. This time hits the antenna, hits the net. Either way, it's out of bounds.
Last couple of serves, he's been trying that line. Took it a little bit too sharp on the line, hit the antenna, but he's been peppering that line on the serves with his lefty.
Speaking of lefty servers, Ryan Peluso comes in to serve for Long Beach State. There's that lefty spin serve. Decker. No touch called, and that will be a Long Beach State natural point.
The block's so high, he has to hit high. He just didn't put any snap on that. It sailed long. It happens.
Long Beach State has held UCLA to negative 105 hitting in this first set. Decker again. Offensively, David Decker has just struggled in this first set. No kills on that, his 6th swing. He is hitting negative 833, and this is one of the top opposites in the country.
Yes.
Varga takes a little bit off. Christ able to finish it off for Long Beach State.
UCLA looking at the head ref and trying to see if there's any kind of finger hand over the net. Look at, they're still complaining. But I thought it was even. I thought he kept it straight on the tape, which is legal. He didn't go over.
And that is unchallengeable as well. As Peluso serves set point, an overpass, and an opportunity for Long Beach State. Well, they give it right back. Here's UCLA. Pizzanti over on two, but it's a net violation. UCLA point, set not over yet.
There was a lot of traffic for Pizzanti to get to the set and around it and tightrope without hitting the net. Looks like he just got a shoulder on it. Let's see. Right. His hand.
Seems like he knew it right away as well. Here's Sean Kelly, misses on that serve, and that will do it. For set number one, Long Beach State takes it 25-16. Up in the match, 1-0. We've got much, much more. UCLA won't go down quietly, that's for sure. It's number one against number two. We'll be back after this. But they are set to get going here in set number two. That was the Big West preseason coaches poll presented by LBS Financial Credit Union, by the way. Here's Sean Kelly. And there's the block for UCLA. Only one block as a team in that first set. Here's a block to start the second.
Hirsch was following that set all the way into Krista's swing and read it beautifully, committed, got the block, solo.
Good serve from Kelly. Better reception gave Skylar Varga an opportunity to send it into the middle of the court.
Sometimes the best hits aren't the sexiest, hardest hits. It's just throwing it down and finding it in the middle of the barbecue pit with everyone on the outside watching it drop.
Here's Jake Pizzanti. From the back row, finds the top of the block, finds a hand in the back row, Sean Kelly.
Hirsch bringing up the middle just for a split second, and the second hit coming from the Bic, off the hands, deep corner.
And here is Christopher Hirsch. Redshirt junior, 6'9", the middle blocker from Cupertino. Misses on that serve. Just his fifth match of this season. Again, kind of had to replace Michael Wong Diallo, who is the normal starter. Not dressed tonight, as Long Beach State sees Skylar Varga go back to serve. And that serve goes into the net.
He wishes he can have that one back.
Seventh service error so far from Long Beach State in the match as a whole. Same count for UCLA. Kondev off the block and out. Alex Kondev now tallying kill number 3 to match his teammate Skylar Varga.
Swinging high and tooling it off of Deckert's block. Down the line, great hit.
Alex Kondev and Skylar Varga, both outside hitters, leading the team in scoring so far tonight. As the middle blocker, Jackson Christ with the serve. There's the middle blocker, Cameron Thorne. Haven't said his name yet. That is his first kill of the match.
Which is unlikely that he's not going to be adding a lot more before this set is over. But Braun and Kondev both committed to him. They just didn't press over.
The 6'4" senior, Cameron Thorne, transfer from GCU. Speaking of middle blockers and Ben Braun, he tallies a kill.
Such a quick set, almost impossible for the middle blocker for UCLA to follow that. It's just so quick. Cameron Thorne was trying the best he could, but Braun at 6'11", hits fast and high and over.
Back and forth we go in the second set. Good pass from Christopher Conley, and that is off the block and out. How about that? A second quick kill from Cameron Thorne.
Cameron Thorne has one of the fastest arm swings for a middle. Watch him tonight. He's not the tallest, but watch how quick he gets his arm in.
one of the best middle blockers you'll find in the country. In fact, was voted the best last year by Off the Block, as Zach Rama fires away from the back row, gets a kill.
Rama, all he needed is a split second, get the ball through. The blockers of Long Beach State were decoyed by the middle blocker. That's all it took.
Rama was held to 1 kill in that first set. He has been averaging almost 5 per set this year. So Long Beach State's blocking defense has really held UCLA so far. That just could not get over the net. A good try from Kellen Larson, but UCLA will take that.
Larson coming all the way from his back line to slide up there and dig that ball. Just a little bit too tight to the net.
It is 7-4 UCLA with a 3-point lead in the second set. Right side, it's Daniil Hrstanovic, and that is off the block, out of bounds. Hrstanovic now with his 3rd kill.
Little bit of a momentum changing. You'll see that UCLA is starting to get some breaks going their way, but that was a good little tool off the block to get them out of this rut.
Kondiv, maybe that toss a little too far in front, and there's a service error.
And that's the thing about volleyball, unlike tennis, you throw the ball up in the air, you're committed. You don't get a second chance.
8-5, UCLA up by 3 once again. And they'll give it right back. Couple of very good servers unable to make their first one of this second set. Ben Braun going back there for Long Beach State, now 6-8. Sean Kelly has to recycle. Chris Hirsch from the middle, able to fire away. That's his 2nd kill.
Watch how Rowan looks at the blockers right before he takes the set. He sees where the hole is, and he sets the right hitter.
Sean Kelly. Good serve, better reception by Kellen Larson. From the back row, it is Alex Kondiv, able to fit it through that big block of UCLA and down.
Hirsch thought he had it, just didn't press his hands over quick enough, fell right down beneath him in the net.
Kondiv just had that one blocker up, was able to take advantage, and it is 7-9. UCLA is up by 2. Swing goes wide from Zach Rama. And Long Beach State pulls to within 1.
Once again, Pisani put a little curve on that. Look where he put that ball. UCLA in trouble, and here we are, point.
That is out of bounds. Just missing long was Pizzanti.
Once again, he's mixing the serve up. One's a curve, one's a bomb deep. UCLA has no idea where that serve's going, keeping him guessing.
10-8, and that is out of bounds wide. One point, second set. Skylar Varga goes back there for Long Beach State. He's really turned it on as a server this year already with 27 service aces. He only had 33 last year. That is off the antenna, out of bounds. Long Beach State ties it up at 10.
Now Deckard on the last set was hitting negative 833. That didn't help his stats much.
David Decker saw Long Beach State in 2 matches in the regular season last year. He was filling in for Ido David, one of the better opposites that you could find last year. But then David came back. Decker did not see Long Beach State in the national championship match. But now he is the full-time starter here in 2026. Oh, there's Zach Rama, but he missed it wide.
I don't know how he slipped that ball by in the first place. He had maybe a few inches, just went outside the tape. But a great swim. It shows you the threat of Rama.
Timeout called by UCLA. We'll take a timeout as well on ESPN Plus. We'll be back after this. Right before kind of the season was set to get going, kind of handed it off to Nick McRae, who is now at the helm. And it was just great to see Coach Knipe back inside the pyramid and to be honored in front of this sellout crowd. Andrew Rowan, good serve. What a perfect pass by Alex Kondev, sets up the middle, and Jackson Christ.
You passed a ball that perfect all night. There's no way to stop this offense.
And a perfect pass means, well, let's just say Jake Pizzanti doesn't even have to move his feet. Here's Christ. Hope Rachel Jensen is okay there. Seems to be. That's out of bounds.
I think she saw it coming.
Yeah.
It was a rocket.
All tied at 12. Right side, it's Hrstanovic off the block and out. Daniil Hrstanovic now with 4 kills.
Powering that hit through the block. The block looked fine. I'm trying to study to see if there's anything mechanically that the USLA is not doing a block. It looks solid. He's just putting muscle through that hit and just finding the right part of the arm. It's the geometry of volleyball. It's just sometimes it hits the right part of the arm, sometimes it doesn't. That one just hit the inside of, I believe that was Thorne's right arm, and it went outside.
13 serving 12. Long Beach State is up by 1. In this second set, they're already up in the match, 1-0 over UCLA. That is out of bounds. That is the 11th service error so far tonight by Long Beach State. UCLA has 9 service errors. And here is Cam Thorne. Tip, good pancake save by Andrew Rowan. Dig by Rama off the Hrstanovic swing. Here comes Kelly. That is out of bounds off the Long Beach State block.
Long Beach State smart, bringing 3 blockers over. Just hit the wrong part of his hand.
And Sean Kelly now leading everybody in the match with 5 kills on 13 swings. He's hitting .231. As UCLA back with Cameron Thorne. 14 serving 13. Oh, hard swing off the block. That was such a tough ball to get, and UCLA will take it.
Ben wants that one over again. He's looking right straight down at 6'11". He wanted to crush that one, but he figures, let's play it a little safe and pass it back and reset.
Service error. That's the 10th so far from UCLA. And Long Beach State pulls back to within 1 here in the second set. Oh, what a serve. Alex Kondev with the ace.
73-mile-an-hour ace. How do you pass that back there? Let's see if he's got another one.
Dealing 2 aces consecutively, Alex Kondev.
I don't know a lot of servers that throw a ball that high, and I think that should throws off these passers.
Rearing back one more time, this is there, but that is kind of why you'll see some servers go so hard into the net at times, but those are the types of serves that they're looking for. Got a couple of aces out of it in that run. Skylar Varga hard off the block and out.
So easy to run an offense when you have Larson passing a perfect nail.
Kellen Larson A redshirt sophomore from Irvine, taking over as a full-time libero, was already an All-American honorable mention last year. Now a lot of it was thanks to his passing, because at least half of that season, he was just the primary passing libero. As Condon tries to dig that, but it's Zach Rama with the kill.
Off speed, right into a spot that Long Beach was actually waiting for a little more heat, but that off speed threw him off.
Third kill for Rama. Does have 3 hitting errors, so a 0 hitting percentage in the match. Right side from the back row, it's Hrstanovic. Good dig, Chris Connolly. Diving save, Hrstanovic. Diving save, Connolly. Triple block and a roof.
Triple block. Look at how all the blockers gauged and tracked that set. It's a high set, so they knew where it was going. Pressing all the way over the net, roofing it. Beautiful block by Long Beach State.
We're seeing some terrific rallies so far. And of course, expect nothing less. Great serve from Pizzanti. Somehow kept alive, and a kill for UCLA. Zach Rama finishing it off.
Rowan taking that set with his arms on a pass set. Look how accurate that was.
Yeah.
I mean, that's as good as any hand set. He's passing with his arms right in the money.
One of the best setters in the country. And speaking of setters, Trent Taliaferro is in. Backup setter, now in as a serving specialist. It's Rama elevating above the block and terminating.
What a reach. His hand looked like he was clear over the antenna. He's just jumping that high.
5th kill so far for Rama. That incites a timeout from Nick McCray and Long Beach State. Second set has been a little bit more of what we expected from these two teams. Only 1 point separates them in set number 2, and nothing really separates these two teams when it comes to seeing each other in the national championship match. Yes, this goes all the way back to the very first one in 1970, where UCLA was able to beat Long Beach State back then. But since then, it has been Long Beach State getting a little bit better of UCLA. Of course, the last 2 championships have been these 2 programs, speaking to how strong and how historic these programs are.
And there it is. There's our 2025 banner that was just unraveled at one of the home games just a couple weeks ago.
And Andreas, you playing for this program, having to compete against some of the top teams in the country, and what has this UCLA-specific matchup meant to just the sport of volleyball in general?
Well, you see younger kids in clubs aspiring to want to someday come out on this court. And a lot of them are here tonight watching, so this is a good inspiration.
And a lot of those kids really have grown up now to become these players that are on the court that we see today. That is how historic this rivalry is. As the missed serve, you can give the point to that guy right there, Nick McCray, with the timeout, icing the server. And here comes Skylar Varga. That one long, and UCLA hits 21st in this second set.
Well, to answer your earlier question, when I was playing here, a lot of these players on the court weren't even born.
Here comes Andrew Rowan. 3 consecutive missed serves. Just trying to find that footing out of the timeout, as Jackson Christ goes back there for Long Beach State. All tied at 20. I'm sure UCLA is looking at this second set as a big win, should they get it. As Long Beach State is up in the match with that set advantage. They look at this set as a big win and maybe sending them towards a possible sweep should they get this, as Daniil Hrstanovic tallies kill number 5.
He sees the block. He sees no reason to slam it or put any power in it. He just does a slam dunk right down the line. He sees the space. It's what I was saying earlier about their vision and their intellect on the court.
Hrstanovic, All-American honorable mention last year. That is in. What a serve. Jackson Christ. Timeout, UCLA.
That ball is nearly impossible to pass. Area 1 right in the corner. If he was a pool shark, 8-ball corner pocket.
Jackson Christ, a true freshman, part of a freshman class that Nick McCray is really excited about, and this is one of the reasons why.
That's a nightmare for anyone passing. Even if he would have dove or got his arm, even a touch on it, it would have went clear up into the stands in a sellout crowd here at the Pyramid.
Long Beach State in this timeout is trying to continue the role that they've been on to start this season. Of course, both teams have been on a roll as expected, and they have been both tested throughout this season. UCLA getting their 8 wins against McKendree, Concordia University, Irvine. Then it was a current number 9 Ball State, current number 7 Loyola Chicago. They're coming off a match against number 12 Ohio State. Long Beach State also played Ohio State earlier this year. They have also met up with McKendree. These two teams are just really battle-tested and have shown really already the grit that it takes to compete at the highest level.
That's right, and these next few points are critical for UCLA to win to get back in this match.
Here comes Jackson Christ once again out of the timeout. 5 aces dealt by Long Beach State servers tonight, keeping it in this time. Rama tries to go high hands, no touch called.
I don't know if it's Long Beach's block, but Rama normally puts those balls down. It's almost like he's feeling like he has to hit extra high because the block is tall. Well, granted, it is a big block, but he's putting these just long tonight. That's not out of character from him.
Yeah, 5 kills and 5 attacking errors for Rama so far tonight. Now 2 hands it down, smart shot, gets the kill, goes back to serve.
The double-handed shot put right through the net. Again, like I said before, not every hit has to be hard. It's just a matter of seeing where the arms are and capitalize on it.
Oh, the change-up serve from Rama sends Long Beach State a little out of system. It does not matter to Daniil Hrstanovic.
That was a fortunate deflection off the block. The block looked fine. He was really trying to recycle that ball, I think, just given how he didn't hit it that hard, and Long Beach prevailed.
Set point as Hrstanovic goes back to serve. Misses there, was looking for that back line. And UCLA within 2, they bring in a serving specialist here in Spencer Graves. Something that John Hawks does. He is replacing middle blockers with middle blocking servers. Or that is just the position that they're listed at, as Kondev misses long, looking for a touch call.
Kondev is looking over at Coach Nick and suggesting he challenge it, and they are.
This would be the set should Long Beach State win the challenge. If they don't, UCLA is within 1, just looking for any touch, probably off that UCLA block. It was pretty well above the back row. So UCLA just kind of hoping that there is not enough to overturn, or maybe they're already confident that they weren't close to that swing from Alex Kondev.
Now, from where I'm sitting, I heard something. But then again, it's a loud pyramid here, and it could have been someone's knee cracking on the takeoff. I don't know, but it sure sounded like I heard a little. Let's look at it right here. Ah, man.
So tough
Another
to
angle.
tell. This is the toughest type of review in any sport, really.
Man. Oh, right there. Here we go.
Is that enough? It is enough to overturn just that left pointer finger moving. A touch is called. The set is over. Long Beach State is up in the match now. 2-0 in a hard-fought one against UCLA. We'll be back. It ended on a challenge review reversal as we take a look at the set 1 and 2 stats presented by Beach Shops. And really, I would say, Andreas, that its hitting percentage so far, that Long Beach State is that's the reason why Long Beach State has the advantage.
Kills and blocks are pretty close. You're right. 5 aces to 1. That's a game changer there. But you're right. The hitting percentage, look at that, 0.67 to 317. 317 will win games.
Long Beach State's serve has, like you said, helped control everything in this match. Those 5 aces have been dealt by Alex Kondev and Jackson Christ. And you saw a little bit a moment ago, Jake Pizzanti has an ace tonight, and he will get us going here in set number 3. Long Beach State can sweep UCLA should they win this set. UCLA looks like they have made a change in their lineup. Looks like it's Grayson Bradford, a 6'10 freshman, started this match, and he is, in the back row right now, number 20 in blue.
He brings up a big block when he gets to the front row.
He will be the opposite. He's the right side hitter, placing David Decker as Zach Rama tries to go line, misses, no touch, and Long Beach State will take the point.
Long Beach's block is so solid, Rama is having to take extreme measures and getting in sharp lines at hard angles, and they're just going a little long.
Oh, Cameron Thorne does not do that often, that's for sure, as kind of just misplaces that ball.
Very uncharacteristic of him to do that. He's normally such a fast swinging arm, and the ball's down before the block is even still elevating.
Rama dug up by Varga. Kondev, that hit the floor. Pancake try, no good, and Alex Kondev records kill number 6.
We've seen a few of those tonight. These set hits that just, they find the court, especially in the middle there, and everyone's watching it land. They need to be more aggressive. UCLA and pick that up and see that when it's both those arms up in the air.
Varga missing on that serve.
Varga going for an intense, sharp angle, trying to get area 2. If you can land it, it's fantastic, just hard to hit.
Here's Rowan. Good serve. Picked up by Sean Kelly. Here's Grayson Bradford's first swing. He is blocked and roofed.
3 blockers up, nowhere to go. Good night.
Block number 6 on the evening for Long Beach State. Yeah, you just saw that total add up. And a triple block was effective for the Beach. There's Cam Thorne blasting away.
That's what I was talking about. That's his trademark hit. He hangs up in the air. Block is starting to come down. He's got another level on his elevator and just goes crossbody. Hard to Hard hit right at the 10-foot line.
Seems like this matchup with Long Beach State is just tough for Thorne. He was held to just 4 kills and 111 hitting in the championship match. He is trying to change that narrative. However, instead of a kill for UCLA, a net violation was called. I think it was called on Andrew Rowan right there.
Was that on Rowan? Because
not sure.
I was wondering maybe if it was Thorne's follow-through in the arm. It
might have been. Either way, point Long Beach State.
Oh, that was close.
And a service error gives it right back. UCLA absolutely needs this set to extend this match to a 4th. They have made the change in the front row with Grayson Bradford. Trying to spark. Well, there's a spark for Long Beach State's offense. It's Daniil Herstanovic with a match-leading 7 kills.
There was a very small little seam in between the middle and outside blocker. Herstanovic has found it. It couldn't have been any more than the size of a volleyball, and he got it through.
Kelly able to power it through the double block in down. There's Sean Kelly's 6th kill.
Nice, strong, hard angle right through the block. Great hit.
An all MPSF honorable mention was Kelly, as Bradford, service line violation, foot fault, if you will. Point Long Beach State.
Now remember, he came in, he's still a little bit cold maybe, and he's trying to get in the rhythm. It happens.
Opportunity here for UCLA. Sean Kelly, what a sharp angle, and it works.
That was as sharp as a knife. I don't know how he got it through that block. It landed right about the 3-4 foot line. Amazing angle.
Student section trying to get into it with Kelly back to serve. Oh, good hard swing off the block for Skylar Varga. He records his 5th kill of the night.
High, hard hit, tooling the very tip top of those fingers. Nothing the back row can do about getting that up.
Long Beach State has just seemed to control this match from the get-go. Bradford misses long. It is a true freshman there in Grayson Bradford, but highly, highly touted. He was an AVCA Boys High School Player of the Year last year. Just trying to get his licks in against a top-tier opponent. As Jake Pizzanti with a great serve and his 2nd ace of the night.
What a serve. We talked about the range that Pizzanti is putting on these serves. Down the line, angle, curve, deep, short. He's unstoppable.
Long Beach State goes into this timeout up by 4, looking to sweep the #1 team in the country. Sets to none over UCLA, and they have the advantage here in set number 3. Matt Brown, Andreas Koch here on ESPN Plus. Glad you're with us on this Friday night. Yes, this is the match to watch this weekend, but UCLA will go to Costa Mesa and face Vanguard tomorrow, and then 4 Big West opponents in a row as they will go to, or as they will host CSUN and Long Beach State in the coming weeks. Outside it's Rama. Good rally, and UCLA was able to come out on top.
Rama again hitting that hard angle over the block. He's jumping out of the gym.
Those other 2 Big West opponents that UCLA will find in the upcoming schedule will be UC Santa Barbara and UC Irvine on the road. That will be after they host CSUN and Long Beach State, of course. That all starts next week. There's Herstanovic off the block. Long Beach State has just been able to control UCLA's block with their offense tonight.
Little communication error there on the pass, but out of system, Hrcinovic is still able to get a kill.
He's still hitting 375 tonight. Oh, a block. It is called down. That's a roof for Long Beach State.
Camping out on Rama on the outside. I think they knew where that set was going.
Rama has been held to those triple zeros in hitting percentage tonight. 7 kills and 7 attacking errors. And that is the attacking leader in the country, at least in kills per set so far this year. As that service error brings it back to UCLA. Chris Connolly knows this venue well, but is on the other side of it this time around, trying to lead his team back from this 2-0 deficit. Skylar Varga looking to help Long Beach State close it out.
So that play doesn't happen too often. The middle brings up the middle, and Varga kind of sneaks in between the D and the Bic and sneaks it right past both blockers. That was a fast play.
Jackson Christ looking for that sideline once again, looking for that corner, but missed. And UCLA will bring back Zach Rama to serve. Means it's Sean Kelly in the front row. UCLA has also brought back in David Decker to be the opposite. Tried to have Grayson Bradford in that position to start the set. Didn't exactly work the way they wanted it. So they're back to the starting lineup of the night. And now it's Daniil Hrcinovic back to serve for Long Beach State. You see the service errors on your screen. Yeah, Long Beach State may have more. And it only tallies more right there to their 20th service error of the night, but it has not mattered in the score.
When you're down 2 sets, Coach John Hawks it's a logical thing to do to try different things. He's got to find something that's going to work so they can get a set victory here.
Brings back in Trent Taliaferro to serve.
Ooh, might have been long.
Here's Hrcinovic. Oh, he's blocked in roof. There's the block from UCLA. Has been kind of silent tonight, but they get a big one.
Kelly and Hirsch on the out. Oh no, that was Kelly. That's right. Kelly and Hirsch on the outside, pressing their hands fully over. Hrcinovic nowhere to go.
One hand set try. Kept alive. Decker dug up by Varga. Actually, a net violation on Long Beach State. Give it to UCLA. Timeout called by the Beach. And Nick McCray wants to talk things over here in the middle of this third set. Long Beach State still has the advantage, 2 sets to none. Here's the net violation. Yeah, just that forearm catching the net there.
Right as he's turning around, coming off his block.
And as Long Beach State talks things over in this timeout, we can talk about their upcoming schedule. They will play an MPSF opponent, another one, you could say, in Vanguard, before going to UCLA, and then playing Concordia University Irvine for a couple of matches, a home and home. And we encourage you to come out to the LBS Financial Credit Union Pyramid for the Vanguard and Concordia Irvine matches. Won't have that here on ESPN Plus. Next time we will see you will probably be, I believe it's in March, as league play is kind of around the corner. I think they're kind of on the back end of the non-conference matchups, as Long Beach State and Nick McCray, you know, here's something that Coach McCray has shared, a recent quote that they've been kind of living by recently. It's that championship teams don't wait and that this team is striving to dictate the situation. I think they have dictated this match against number 1 UCLA tonight.
Absolutely.
Skylar Varga just finding the open spot.
Look at his hang time. He just sits up there, looks around, and remember, not every kill has to be a hard hit. His vision is amazing.
3-point lead for the Beach in set number 3. How about another service ace? Alex Kondev with 3 on the night. This serve so tough to pass. Kondev again, missing long.
He's just going for it.
Yeah.
I mean, he's putting everything on that one. If one lands in, great. If one goes long, he's putting points on the scoreboard.
That may be the 21st service error, but there are 7 service aces for Long Beach State tonight. Just 1 ace as a team for UCLA tonight. Oh, that one just happens to sneak past Long Beach State's front row, and it lands for UCLA.
6'11", Ben Braun going up thinking it's going to be hit by UCLA, and just snuck through him. It landed on his side of the court. It happens.
Oh, that's an ace. Actually, overturn, you could say overrule. We'll say overrule specifically by the R1 Troy Gravett.
Is there a challenge?
I think it is an instant challenge from Nick McCray. He's going off of Rachel Jensen's call of in. Overrule, I think Troy Gravett was kind of looking at the first flag from Rachel Jensen because she went up with it.
But didn't he call it out? Didn't he overrule it?
He overruled in, I believe.
I thought he pulled his hands up in the out.
You're right.
Motion.
He overruled out, yes.
Yes.
And so Long Beach State has to challenge in. Is that what's going on? I think that's... Or was it UCLA? Either way.
I mean, that's what these challenges are for. Use them. And you know what? With a tight game...
I got mixed up, yeah.
No,
it is overruled in because Long Beach State is the one that's challenging. They're looking for this to be out of bounds on that serve.
And that's what the head referee called, but they're reviewing it. One thing I wanted to mention is everyone is putting up some really big serves, and there's a strategy behind that. Sure, there are a lot of service errors, but if you can put the opposing team on their heels and get them out of system and force the setters to be setting outside the 10-foot line, it's much easier for the defense on the other side of the net to read it and convert.
It is in. UCLA gets the point.
Now we're at 16-15.
That one is down for Jake Pizzanti.
The physics of volleyball. You had Hirsch, 6'9", probably 230 or so, pushing with both his hands against Pizzanti, but it's the second person a lot of times that wins that joust. Physics of volleyball.
Oh, what a block. There's UCLA. Chris Hirsch and Sean Kelly combining on that double block for the Bruins.
Durstanovic had really not a lot of options, and Herstanovic, sorry, and the UCLA block was just waiting for him.
That one goes into the net. That is service error number 15 on the night for UCLA. Long Beach State hitting 339 on the evening, 333 in this set alone. UCLA hitting 065 on the night. That will help. Good shot from Zach Rama.
Rama going over the outside blocker's arms, and look at the Long Beach players are looking at the mark on the floor there, seeing maybe there's some sweat or something, but hit right on the 90-degree turn.
Spencer Graves is back in to serve. Roll shot. And a beauty from Skylar Varga. That is kill number 8. Ties for the match lead.
Right in the middle of the court, it's that campfire, and everyone once again looking at each other with the s'mores out, saying, you get it, no you, and then let it drop.
UCLA will take that one as they pull back to within one. Down the stretch here of this third set, which UCLA absolutely needs. So many eyes on this matchup, especially in the house. Alan Napier saw Brandon Taliaferro in the last shot in the crowd for UCLA. Oh, there is Skylar Varga from the back row, out of system, finds a way.
Goes over on 2. Blockers weren't really ready for that. He hit that ball so hard, it looked like that net dropped down 2 or 3 feet to the floor.
And just the ad-lib ability of Long Beach State offensively. That one goes wide. Jackson Christ has been able to tally a couple of service aces, but in this third set, has not been able to get that serve going. Here comes Zach Rama for UCLA. Rama, although he has UCLA's kill lead, just hitting 087 for the night. Here's an opportunity for the Bruins. Sean Kelly hard off the block and out.
Good high, hard hit. Nothing Long Beach can do in that block. Excellent hit from the outside. Kelly's really swinging high.
Timeout called, and it is 20 all as UCLA is fighting to extend this match to a fourth set. They have used their serving to get back into it, but this has kind of been a little bit of the story this year so far. Long Beach State repeating kind of what they did last year. They set an NCAA record for most service aces in a season from a Division I, II team. And they are doing that again this year, averaging almost 3 aces per set.
Wow.
UCLA still not too far behind. They are tied for 6th in the country. And these are 2 of the top serving teams in the country that you'll find just that tonight, at least. It seems like Long Beach State has had that serve pass advantage.
They have. They're going for it. They've been enjoying a lead, so go for it. Hit the snot out of the ball, get back there, put up a 70-mile-an-hour hit, and it's putting UCLA on their heels.
Long Beach State a little under their astronomical average of aces per set, but UCLA well under their aces average right now. That one is out of bounds wide.
You know, they haven't really been testing Ben Braun in the middle. I think that was one of his maybe second or third attempt for the night. Thorne was soft blocking him, and they played it nicely off that hit. Ben Braun, it'd be nice to see him get set a few more. I mean, he's a big 6'11" hitter.
Wojciech Gajek is in to serve for Long Beach State. Just misses on that first one. I think he was rearing back there. He was waiting for his opportunity in this matchup against UCLA.
it's not easy to come off cold and throw up a big serve like that and land it.
The true freshman from Poland in Gaia. Kirstinovic came back in for him, by the way, as Alex Kondiv misses with that swing. And here comes UCLA trying to extend this match to a fourth set. Fans in the house trying to encourage their Bruins. Over on 2 goes Pizzanti. Good pickup. Push into the double block. Somehow put over. However, it lands out of bounds. Long Beach State ties it back up.
Usually trying to shot put it through those blocks, but just came up a little short. Little ping pong going on. Just went a little long.
Oh boy, we may be going back and forth here in this set. Something that both of these teams know very well. Long Beach State had a couple of sets go beyond the 25-point mark against Pepperdine. And of course, UCLA with that super long 48-46 set 2 against Ohio State.
Setting an NCAA record.
Yes. David Decker with a good serve. That is out of bounds, no touch called, and UCLA has set point. Good dig, Chris Connolly. Oh, another pickup. Kellen Larson tried to keep it alive, but UCLA too strong. We are going to a fourth set, winning the third matchup between the top 2 teams in the country. Matt Brown, Andreas Koch here on ESPN Plus. Glad you're with us. I know you're enjoying it at home. We are certainly enjoying it inside the LBS Financial Credit Union pyramid. Andreas, what do you think is maybe key for both sides coming into set 4?
Well, UCLA has momentum. So now Long Beach State needs to see if they can stop it. On the other hand, there were a couple substitutions being made by UCLA trying to find the rhythm, trying to get out of that rut. I think they kind of got back in their momentum again. Coach John Hawks sees something that's working here. He's going back with his originals out here on the court. Connolly is just insane back there with his digs. And now let's see who's going to respond first. And it's going to be a bloodbath.
Sean Kelly will get us going in set number 4. Kelly is leading everybody on the floor with 11 kills on 21 swings, hitting .333. Outside it goes, it's Skylar Varga. There's Zach Rama in transition, a quick transition for UCLA, and they're able to take advantage.
UCLA is starting to take notice that Skylar is doing some of these little dink shots in the back there, and I think they're cheating in and starting to pick that up. Earlier in the first set, that was going down.
Kirstinovic, wide open net, and he takes advantage.
No block up. That's a dream come true for any hitter.
9 kills for Kirstinovic, tying the team lead. And it's Pizzanti, the setter, back to serve for the Beach. That one is long. 24 service errors tonight for Long Beach State. Hadn't hurt them until maybe that third set. It was back and forth. This Christopher Hirsch goes back there for UCLA. Varga. Opportunity again for Long Beach State. Good shoot set to Jackson Chris.
So hard to connect on that. Ball is coming so fast to the setter, Pizzanti, and Jackson Chris just crosses his body hard, sharp right on the right side.
Skylar Varga back to serve. Tough set. Had to be put over in a free ball situation for Long Beach State. However, Kandev's shot goes out of bounds, and UCLA up by 1. Here's Andrew Rowan. Kandev trying to find a kill. Free ball opportunity for the Beach. One hand set. One hand set from the other side. Andrew Rowan trying to find his players. Here's a triple block on Herstanovic. Good pickup by Connolly. And it's down. Zach Rama using the length.
Rama with that amazing arm swing and that reach. He's going over the block, OT, on a very big block, I might add, by Long Beach State. But I've never seen so many pass sets on both sides of the court in one play.
2-point lead for UCLA. Good pass, Kellen Larson.
Oh.
Herstanovic trying to find some hands, could not do so.
Just about took us out over here in the, on the table.
Here's Andrew Rowan again. Into the net with that serve. Again, these are the top 2 ranked teams in the country. Both teams are 8-0 on the year. One team will have to suffer their first loss of 2026 in this rematch of last year's national championship. Roll shot by Rama, picked up initially, but it'll go the way of the Bruins.
Jackson Chris taking a little bit off his serve. That was the first one where he just maybe went a little bit more for placement this side. Good sprawl, just a second too late.
A roll shot of a serve there for Rama, trying to take some off. Received well and taken advantage of by Long Beach State and Alex Kondev.
Kondev seeing one-on-one on the outside and takes it right past Deckert's right hand. Great heel down the line.
Ooh, that serve well into the net. You talked about momentum, Andreas, at the top of this 4th set. UCLA certainly still has it.
Can you feel it?
Yeah.
You could just see everything's going their way.
Expect nothing less from UCLA and Long Beach State, just trading momentum, trading set victories. UCLA is looking for a set 4 victory to put this match to a 5th. However, that Sean Kelly attack attempt went wide. And here comes Alex Kondev back to serve. Decker able to hit it hard and well off the back row, out of bounds. UCLA gets another one.
Deckard, remember, left hand hitting the oppo. His body, his chest is open up. He sees the whole court, puts it down for another kill.
Here comes David Decker. Oh, good serve. And that one goes out of bounds off of Skylar Varga.
Almost an ace. Kellen Larson saved Long Beach State on that pass. It was a bomb, and he just was able to get it to the setter. Oh, now they're looking like we're going to have a substitute here. Who's that coming in?
Wojciech Gajek comes in. He will be the opposite. Right now in the back row, so if he takes a swing, we'll have to take off behind that 10-foot line. Also, substitution can break up the rhythm of the serve.
That's right. If you can make that server just think another few seconds longer, gets in their head, and you might ice them.
But Gajek and Hrstanovic share this opposite position at Long Beach State, and Coach Nick McCray has called him the world's best two-headed dragon. Free ball opportunity coming for UCLA. It's Kelly through that double blocking down.
Ben Braun did a nice, simple jump floaty, but look where the pass was. Sometimes those are effective. Connolly had to pass it one all the way to the 10-foot line. Out of system for offense, but
Kelly trying to rear back with that serve. Gajek. That'll work out as a Long Beach State point. Dig went back over the net, and Jackson Christ took advantage.
Chris seeing that coming fast, just grabs it with one hand and moves it right around the block for an easy dink.
Christ now with 5 kills on 8 attempts. Averaging right at 500 hitting. Over on 2. That is the first kill of the night for Andrew Rowan.
We usually see more of that from him.
Yes.
And he's been a little quiet on the dumps on 2, but he's 1 for 1.
This year, though, Andrew Rowan, I think, has been ramping up those assists because he has come in leading the country with almost 13 assists per set. That is astronomical.
Unheard of.
Fans inside the pyramid trying to encourage Long Beach State. And it's Skylar Varga on the right side in that rotation, and he takes advantage.
Gets the touch on a hard angle. Amazing Skylar hitting that ball from all over the court.
If Varga is right front, you know he's the next server. And he goes back there. Almost getting an ace. Instead, lays it up for his teammate, Wojciech Gajek.
Gajek just way over the net, grabs it both hands, slam dunks it down, almost like a hit. You might as well call it a hit. Watch this. No, they can't even get to that, just fast.
Another good serve from Varga. That is put over on 2 by Rowan, and it works out.
We just talked earlier about how Rowan is not really putting him over on 2 or dumping, and here he is back-to-back with 2.
So many different ways Andrew Rowan can create points for UCLA. As he goes back there to serve, Nick McCray was just talking with his team to see if there was anything they needed to challenge on that play. Ended up not doing so. That is off the block, out of bounds. UCLA kind of wants a center line violation called on Skylar Varga. He was trying very carefully not to put a whole hand or foot over that center line, and none was called. We are going to get a challenge, though, of that exact violation. So we will see if this will be overturned.
What did you see?
Well, let's say Varga has been doing or getting close to it throughout the night, but always and ever cognizant of trying to not cross over. I think the first thing is that the ball was certainly still in the air when he put a hand down or a foot down. It was definitely probably going to be the hand that we're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Because if the ball is down by the time the extremity reaches the floor, it doesn't matter. So we're looking to see if that hand is going over this center line on the floor. See where that left hand is going.
Oh, it was close to, the ball was on its way out, and it's a matter of what came first, the hand or the ball.
But also, it's got to be that entire hand going over, got to be enough to overturn as well.
It's got to be convincing.
Yeah. So there are multiple things to look at for Sergio Gonzalez to make sure it is a violation. like we were talking about, ball was still in the air.
Yep.
Just a matter of if the hand went over.
That's right. It's a game of split seconds.
Nick McRae just making sure that all the T's were crossed, the I's were dotted in that review. And he will say next point to his team. Still is a big point for UCLA, especially in the rally scoring era nowadays. Any challenge review that is overturned is a 2-point swing. Here comes Kondev trying to get it back for Long Beach State, and he does.
Fast set. Kondev taking a hard, high swing, cross court. Great play by Long Beach State.
Alex Kondev now with 7, actually 8 kills on the evening. That is going over the net to Gayak, but a block and a roof for UCLA, and David Decker on the left side in that rotation.
I mentioned it earlier in the night, the second person on some kind of joust like that a lot of times comes out ahead, just like this.
It is now UCLA finding all of these points that it seemed like Long Beach State was tallying throughout the first 2 sets of the night. Now Gayak will go back to serve for the Beach. The true freshman from Katowice, Poland, has certainly made some noise already this year. Gayak now has to set up his teammate Kondev. Recycle. Varga. A good pancake save by Connolly. High off the noggin, I think, of Braun. Gayak.
Gayak just flying from the back right side there, the oppo, finding the outside of the UCLA block and sending it into the bleachers.
I see how Kondev was close to the net there, trying to bump set his teammate Gayak. I think UCLA asked Sergio Gonzalez if his foot went under. I was looking at it as well. It never touched the floor, actually. Oh, there was a big point for UCLA just out of system. This is what can happen between top competition. It's the out-of-system plays that go that way, and it's a timeout now on the floor. So UCLA with the lead in set number 4. They still need it, and they're looking to send it.
Braun in the middle.
There is Skylar Varga, and you'll see the middle blocker in the front row, number 5 in white, is Isaiah Pruitt, who had to kind of make his way back off of injury in the offseason. And this is his 2026 debut. He was, you could say, the closer of 2025 in the middle position because he got those key starts, especially in the championship match a year ago.
And here he is facing his same opponent, just at a different venue.
Here is David Decker, who didn't have that opportunity to face Long Beach State in the championship match. Oh, what a serve. Wow. Good one-hand save by Connolly. Both Chris Connolly and Kellen Larson have been showing out tonight. There's Larson. And the roll shot winner from Skylar Varga.
Give credit to Kondev. Look where he put that set. Right on the money. Varga flying over the block and in the deep corner, that same spot from earlier in the second set.
Hirsch able to take advantage of a block just going right to him, and he's able to tally a kill.
A freebie, little throwdown, easy, and a free gift.
for Hirsch. That is kill number 3 tonight. And it is a 3-point lead here in the 4th set for UCLA. Gajek misses wide there. Hits Coach Hawks. I think he's fine.
It's a good dig by Coach Hawks off his foot.
The kick save, if you will, or kick dig.
He's looking over at Conley saying, I put one more of those up and you're off the court and I'm in.
That is the type of guy Coach John Hawks is. Great spirit. And it has been great to see how Coach John Hawks and how Coach Nick McCray have been able to take over programs from such great predecessors in John Sparrow and Alan Knipe. As we take a look at the national rankings, yeah, that is what tonight means to the country. It is number 1 versus number 2. However, you can see down the line so many great teams that are all really competing this year. I think UC Irvine has gone off to a just thrilling 9-0 start. USC also still undefeated.
And remember, Hawaii number 3, but like I said earlier, they're on the road. And it's so difficult for Hawaii to be not playing in their home stand that when they come over here, they've got some heavy matches against Long Beach State, back-to-back nights, Friday and Saturday night in March. And that's going to be another really good match. I would recommend buying your tickets in advance. It could be another sellout.
The attendance that I'm seeing on our stat sheets tonight is 4,252. Standing room only.
Yeah.
That one out of bounds off of Long Beach State. And UCLA pulling away here in the 4th set. Outside it goes, it's Varga. Chased down by Larson. Varga again. Rama blocked back. Good rally here. Decker having to tip it over. Put over by Pizzanti off the UCLA block and out.
Larson giving him a real line drive pass to Pizzanti. He really had nowhere to go other than swiping off the outside blocker's hand.
Jake Pizzanti with kill number 3 tonight. Has 30 assists. Will go back to serve. Little break to wipe the floor. I like to just call it the effort that is out there right now. And certainly it is required in a matchup like this.
And that needs to be dry. That's a takeoff point for any outside hitter.
Yeah. Still a 4-point lead for UCLA. Trying to get this match to a 5th and final. Decker, past a triple, blocking down.
How many of those have we seen tonight where you have triple block up and just a roll shot right in the middle of the court? And once again, another success. Watch this. Little shot right there in the middle. Everyone's playing deep, expecting to be a tip off the block. Smart hit. And that was Deckard, right? Deckard hitting it.
David Decker now with his 5th kill of the night on 21 swings. Spencer Graves back in to serve. Jackson Christ put a lot into that swing.
There hasn't been a lot of sets in the middle by Long Beach. It looks like UCLA was not counting on that and almost cheating to the outside. Chris with a crossbody sharp hit, putting it straight down.
6 kills now for Christ. Varga. Good serve, sending UCLA well out of, I was going to say well out of system, but that bump set cross court was so good from Andrew Rowan. Sets up Zach Rama nicely to tool the block. I mean, that set was off the screen there on that replay. That's how far it had to go. And a great serve from Rowan. And there's Cam Thorne putting it away. UCLA is pulling away.
That's that quick arm swing I was telling you about. Cameron Thorne, so fast, like a viper, just snapping that wrist right through the blocks and straight down on the other side of the Long Beach net.
Been relatively quiet compared to his season averages. I mean, Cameron Thorne has been averaging well over 2 kills a set for a middle this year. That one was just his 4th kill of the match. So well under that 2 kill a set average this year. That's kind of how this match has drawn out. Both teams under their averages, as the serving has just been strong, the blocking has gotten strong, and Long Beach State now hitting 228, UCLA hitting 189. Not much of a difference there, and that is why we may be going to a 5th.
Looking like it, 22-16. UCLA in control of this set.
See the replay there of Cameron Thorne, the senior, and the transfer. What a great get for UCLA from last year, being the Ryan Millar Award winner from off the block for top middle blocker, 2-time first team All-American, and he's looking to do it again this year. Andrew Rowan back to serve out of the timeout.
Looks like Voigt came in there. Hrstanovic is back in.
Yeah, Daniil Hrstanovic is the front row right side hitter now.
Wojciech is back off the court now. So they made a little change, looks like.
Isaiah Pruitt coming back into that front row. The chess match between these two coaches. Trying to push the right buttons. That is in from Kandiv.
I give half that kill to Jackson's serve. He went up and took a little bit off it and forced an overpass. And it's just a gift for Kandiv.
Well, was it in from Kandiv? Oh. UCLA is challenging. So Sergio Gonzalez is going to the challenge review system. Could be a big point for UCLA.
Oh, they called it in.
It didn't take long.
Could be the quickest review I've seen.
Yeah. We couldn't get a second look ourselves, and it's all right. Call stands either way. Jackson Christ is back to serve for Long Beach State.
Oh, is there a move in that flight? That went all the way past the court, over the barriers, and in the sandbar, and I think it knocked someone's drink over. Someone ought to wipe that ball down.
UCLA now 2 points away from extending it to a 5th and final. Free ball opportunity for the Bruins. And it is Rama.
I'm seeing the momentum clearly on UCLA's side. Nothing is going wrong for them. They're just soft blocking Long Beach State. Long Beach State seems to be taking a little bit off their hits, and they're digging it and just turning it around for points.
Little work to do for Daniil Hrstanovic. Goes back to serve for the Beach. Still set point for the Bruins. Oh, that one is put down smartly by Sean Kelly, finding the opening on. Isaiah Pruitt is going to be the starting middle blocker in the front row in this 5th set.
He hasn't had a set yet, so he hasn't been tested. So I think Nick is saying, Coach Nick McKay, I think he's saying let's keep him in because he hasn't been tested. No attempts. Let him roll.
It is Alex Kondiv. Good serve to start set 5. Net violation on Long Beach State gives UCLA the first point. This match has gone to a 5th set, and it is the first time that these two have played 5 sets since 2022. And there is Zach Rama with some firepower.
The UCLA block has been targeting Skyler over here on the power, and they're soft blocking him. This has been at least 3 or 4 in a row now that they've turned off a soft block and capitalized and converted into a point.
Hirsch. That jump float serve. Here comes Hrstanovic. Rama. Opportunity for the Bruins again. Kelly. Oh, that's dug up. Somehow this ball is kept alive. Here comes Varga. Rama pushing it through the block and down.
What a great rally. They're going out to Skyler again, and like I said before, a lot of soft blocking by UCLA. It's almost like they're dialing in. They know what he's going to do, and they're playing off that soft block.
Three straight points to start the 5th set for UCLA. There's a service error. That is service error number 22 of the match. 27 for Long Beach State.
Isaiah Pruitt cycles through the front row with still no attempt, and now he's back serving.
That means it's Jackson Christ in the front row now as the middle blocker for the Beach. There's Rama. Elevating and terminating.
So the matchup is Rama and Pizzanti on that, and there's a huge physical difference there in height, and he went right over the block down the line.
Zach Rama using all of that 6'8" length. And now it's Andrew Rowan. Great serve. Decker gets popped up. Hrstanovic hard off the block from the back row. Finds a kill.
Hitting the D ball over there. He's in rhythm. I can see it. His launch pad was beautiful. High off the block. Nothing that the back row, nothing that Connolly can do. He's been all over the back row, but that's just too high and far for him.
Jake Pizzanti. Good serve. Rama gets dug up. Here comes Hrstanovic. Popped up by Rama. Cam Thorne, that quick set in transition, so lethal.
That's what I'm talking about. Plays that no other middle blocker can get to because they're slow with the arm swing. He's a whip, and he put that down so fast.
That is a double contact violation called on UCLA. It went over the net. That's how the rule is now. If it stayed on the same side, no double needs to be called. But since that was sent over, Troy Gravett making the call, and it is point Long Beach State. Oh, what a serve from Skyler Varga.
Unbelievable. Look at him. He's getting the crowd on their feet, and he's Mr. Ace. Look how high he's getting to.
First ace of the night, 28th on the year. Scratch that. 2 in a row for Varga.
Skylar Sky Flyer Varga showing UCLA he's not finished, and he's giving them some heat.
Timeout, Bruins, as Long Beach State has worked their way back into this fifth set. We are all tied at 5. As we go into this timeout, Long Beach State has been helping their own cause at the service line. Skylar Varga showing why he is one of the country's leader. Actually, he is the leader in service aces per set.
Look what he's doing, and you know what? He's going to be doing it again. Right when he goes back on that line, he's not going to let anything up.
All tied at 5. This has been one of the reasons why UCLA has been able to fight back into this match. Remember, Long Beach State took the first 2 sets. They were up 2-0, and then Sean Kelly was pretty much steady Eddie, if you will, helping them in all facets of the game, and we're seeing a lot of Kelly here in this package.
Let's see if Skylar can whip up another ace.
And Sean Kelly will have to help his back line in this rotation. Left back as a passer. Varga has been working either seam. And this time puts it into the net. Can give the point to Coach John Hawks with the timeout.
Trying to ice Skylar, and it worked.
Here's Trent Taliaferro coming in to serve once again for the Bruins. That is out of bounds.
You know, when he came in the other 2 serves, he put him real low on the net, and I think he realized that and said, look, I'm going to try to hit it a little bit higher and harder and see if I clear that net, and put way too much on it, went deep.
All tied at 6. Oh, good dig by Kondev. Now he gets a swing, and he's blocked and roofed.
What a block by Hirsch, reaching way over the net. Kondev just trying to do what he can to get that ball in play after an amazing defensive on the other side of the court. Ball goes in UCLA's favor.
Back and forth we go in the 5th set. Race to 15, and we will switch side on this next point. Hrstanovic. Service ace. That's how Long Beach State switches sides.
Ball lands right on my lap. I was about ready to set it. You okay with it? Hitting our computers, knocking screens down. My water bottle spilled, and I need a towel.
We had to say hello to Andrew Rowan.
That's right. We shook hands in the middle of that play.
1 point lead now for Long Beach State.
You know, I'm not worried about water getting on my suit. It's polyester, and it's a rental.
Matt Brown, Andreas Kochier on this great night for men's college volleyball here on ESPN+. We're glad you're with us. UCLA and Long Beach State 1 versus 2, and we have gotten all that we could ask for. It is in the 5th set, and it is a 1-point match. Want to take a look at some of the leaders of this match. These were our players to watch at the top of the broadcast. Zach Rama is a kill leader for the match with 18, and Skylar Varga with 11. There's Skylar Varga with a big dig for Long Beach State. Here's Kondev.
I have to walk.
Oh, there's Sean Kelly. Big side out for UCLA.
So the question now is, this tight of a game, do you bomb serves or do you just try to keep it in play? and let your defense or block come through. What do? Big question right now for both coaches.
See how Sean Kelly approaches it. Hrstanovic has to just set it over. Free ball opportunity for UCLA. Big dig by Kondev. That is out of bounds. Hit the lines judge in the air just before it hit the ground, so that is out of bounds.
Opposite court, different lines person, both getting hit tonight.
Yeah. Now a 1-point advantage to UCLA. Kondev blocked and roofed.
That was a big block. I think the UCLA blockers were cheating to the outside. It's almost as if they knew if they're playing odds, it was going to go to the outside.
Pruitt there as an option, but seemed like UCLA was committed.
They haven't tested the middle. And you know what? UCLA sees that, and they're cheating outside. I think to keep UCLA's middle blockers honest, they got to run the middle.
10-8 UCLA. Again, all they need is 5 more points in this 5th set to win the match. One of these two great teams will suffer their first loss of 2026. Zach Rama leading everybody with 18 kills, hitting .289. Andrew Rowan has done a great job distributing with 42 assists, 6 digs, has been 2 for 2 on kills. And Long Beach State looking to respond out of the timeout.
And Kelly's putting up a real heavy serve. He's not taking anything off this. See what he does this time around.
How about Sean Kelly coming into a starring role in this sophomore season? Big serve coming. Hrstanovic blocked, kept alive. Rama, that is out of bounds, no touch called. UCLA wants to challenge.
UCLA blocked it back into Long Beach State. It ping-ponged and ricocheted off Larson's head, someone's shoulder, and they're able to do some kung fu, quick reaction, get that ball back over to UCLA side. Now UCLA challenging. Let's see how this turns out. This is a real big challenge.
Right now, because it was ruled out of bounds, Long Beach State is within 1. Should UCLA win it, they will be up 11-8. That'll be a 3-point lead for UCLA. That is how big this challenge is.
Very big. This is a momentum changer, and I didn't see anything. I don't know did you see anything from here?
Tough to tell.
It was fast.
The Bruins were certain, though. Here we go.
I don't know if they're challenging the block or the back rope.
Right.
They called it a touch.
Sergio Gonzalez says touch. And we were noticing it could have been in the front row or the back row.
To me, if it was touched, which they're clearly calling it, it had to have been from the block, because I think that cleared way in the back row. I don't know who was playing back there. Was that?
I think it was Skylar Varga playing middle back there.
Okay, and he let that one go clear over his hand.
I think both Jake Pizzanti, I think he was a front row blocker there, and then Skylar Varga, who was in the back row, they were both closer to touching the ball. They both went up to Sergio Gonzalez and said, hey, what did you really see here? But that is what the call is. We didn't really have the most certain advantage, and I think Sergio Gonzalez just had an angle that was able to really make that call, make it certain, and give UCLA now a 3-point lead. Welcome you back courtside, Matt Brown, Andreas Koch. And Andreas, I mean, in all, this has just been a great night for men's college volleyball.
No surprise that, like I said earlier, the two Titans, and doesn't disappoint. We first thought it was going to be a sweep at the beginning. Now look at, they crawled their way back to a reverse sweep.
Here comes Sean Kelly again to serve. The women's volleyball team at Long Beach State is trying to do their best to distract. Make some noise behind them in the student section. And it may have worked.
That toss right from the get-go, that wasn't clearing the net. Sean Kelly wants that over again. You can see it, look at him.
Give credit to the student section. Give credit to the timeout call by Nick McCray. Here's Alex Kondev. Oh, good swing, Zach Rama.
There's that same matchup again with Rama on the outside and Pizzanti reaching as high as he can, but it's a big, big difference in height.
Spencer Graves comes back in to serve for the Bruins. Back to a 3-point advantage. Kirstenovic misses wide.
Trying for line, couldn't find it. Guns blazing, he had to go for it.
Long Beach State is challenging, looking for a touch off that block of UCLA. Could probably say this is a pseudo timeout from Coach Nick McCray.
I think so too.
But UCLA up by 4, 2 points away from closing things out in this 5th set. We have gone the distance. Both coaches have really had an opportunity to test their squads. Yes, it is confirmed. Quicker challenge there.
You know who really turned this around for UCLA in these critical points is Sean Kelly's amazingly hard serve. And that's what changed it. Long Beach had problems passing that, and they're out of system.
Outside, it's Varga. Varga again finds the point.
Heavy, heavy hammer, hard cross court. Too much for UCLA to dig.
Off of this Varga kill, that is his team leading 12th of the night. A double substitution coming in for Long Beach State. Connor Bloom will replace Jake Pizzanti in the front row for a bigger block. Ryan Peluso, who does have setting experience, will be the server.
Wow, what a strategy. He's going for Nick is definitely rolling the dice on this one, but it could work. Let's see.
Overpass, it's Bloom. Kick save. Free ball opportunity for UCLA. And it's Rama down the line.
What a rally. Game point. Now here come the substitutes again. Connor back off. Pizzanti back in. And there's Isaiah Pruitt. No, Isaiah Pruitt's off. Oh.
Pruitt in the back row, so he just had to make that substitution so that Kellen Larson,
yes,
the libero, can come back in and pass. This big serve coming from Andrew Rowan, which is match point. And UCLA takes it in 5 for the moment.
Not so quick. Just when you thought everything was iced, there's another challenge. And why not, right? You have a challenge, use it. That was really close to the line.
Long Beach State was pretty certain that they're able to win this challenge. To see how McKay Smith, the assistant coach, is talking over what the next situation will be. That is how certain they are that this is not the match-ending serve.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. That is in.
Sergio Gonzalez makes the call, says this one is over. UCLA improves to 9-0. The #1 team in the country shows their mettle. It was tested as we went 5, and the Bruins take the reverse sweep in this big matchup.
A big matchup it was. It was just a hard battle. Everyone played well. You know what? Someone at the end of the night wins, someone loses. You can't point the finger to anything or any changes. The strategy was right on both sides. The UCLA came out ahead, and it was good volleyball. It was world-class volleyball tonight.
They will do it all again at Pauley Pavilion in a couple of weeks. And of course, this